Yet another week of football fixtures is upon us. So let's get straight into it. And these are my predictions for game week 15 of the 2022/23 Premier League season. Starting off at Ellen Road with Leeds United against Bournemouth. Leeds United picking up their first win in a long time, and what a win it was. A 2-1 victory against Liverpool at Anfield. Can that be a bit of a turning point now for them? I mean, at home against Bournemouth, who did just lose their third game on the run. It was a very close one. It was a 3-2 defeat against Tottenham in that game. I expect, well, the Leeds fans to back their side in this game. Ellen Road, always, a really good stadium to go to. 2-0 Leeds United I'm going to go for this one. Let's move on now to the Etihad Stadium, where it is Manchester City against Fulham. Fulham doing pretty well, 7th place in the Premier League table. This is going to be a great season for Fulham, but just in this game, I don't think they're going to do well. Any team going to the Etihad Stadium to face Man City, it's not. Most of the time, it's not going to end well for you. But Fulham, they did pick up a 0-0 draw against Everton in their last game. Man City got a narrow 1-0 victory against Leicester City on the road last week. I'm going to obviously back a Manchester City win. Erling Haaland should be fit again for this game. How many will Man City win by? I'm just going to go for a 3-0 victory here. Don't think Fulham will be able to get one. As I said, just Man City's team is Man City's team. The defence is solid, the attack is solid, the midfield is solid. So there we go. 3-0 Man City win for me. And then we'll move on to the City ground, where it is Nottingham Forest against Brentford, of course. Nottingham Forest currently bottom of the Premier League table in 20th place. Of course, they did pick up that very nice victory against Liverpool. That's their only victory in their past 7 games. Liverpool. Anyone can win against them at the moment, but we'll come on to them in just a moment's time. Brentford, their opponents, not on the greatest bit of form as well. Coming to the City ground in this one, I'm going to back both sides to score. I think Nottingham should get one, but I am going to back a Brentford victory in this one. I'm going to go 2-1. Maybe Ivan Toney to give the Bees all 3 points in this one, and then we'll move on to the Molineux, where it is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton picked up their first victory of the season since the departure of Graham Potter. What a victory it was. It was against Graham Potter's new side, against Chelsea. It was a really good 4-1 victory to Brighton. Of course, a couple of own goals in there, but Brighton last week were absolutely superb. Coming up against the Wolves side, who are not in the greatest bit of form at all. Currently 19th place. I'm gonna back a Brighton victory, but I think it will be very close, very tight. I'll go 1-0 Brighton. They'll just edge it. They'll get through it. Wolverhampton Wanderers this season, it's probably just been the exact same problems that they had last season, except for the conceding a lot more now. Last season, they couldn't really score that many goals. It's happening again. They're just not scoring them. But unfortunately for them, they are conceding them now, unlike last season, where they did actually keep quite a solid defence. But I think maybe it'll be tight in this one, but still Brighton to pick up all 3 points. And then we'll move on to Everton against Leicester City. This one going to be a good one at Goodison Park. Everton picking up that 0-0 draw against Fulham, as I did mention above, and Leicester City, of course, as I did mention as well, lost 1-0 to Man City. Yeah, Leicester City, we're seeing some improvement now since the beginning of the season. The problem wasn't with scoring them, it was about conceding them, but that's slowed down a bit now, and I think they can go to Goodison Park here and get a point. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. And then we'll move on to a London derby here. Chelsea against top of the table, Arsenal. Arsenal absolutely smashed Nottingham Forest 5-0 in their last game. Chelsea, as I did mention, got smashed 4-1 against Brighton. At Stamford Bridge in this one, I expect Chelsea to bounce back. I don't think they'll pick up all 3 points in this one though, and I'm gonna back there to be loads of goals. A big derby here. I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw in this one, and yeah, chance for Man City to go top of the table now when Arsenal pick up a point and Man City to pick up all 3. Very close at the top. It is very interesting, and then we'll move on now to Aston Villa against Manchester United. Aston Villa, new manager in, Unai Emery. What's he going to change at Aston Villa? I don't think there's going to be that instant manager bounce, though. I think there's obviously a lot of problems at Aston Villa. And against a Man United side who, you know, they have had their struggling moments at times. Only picked up a narrow 1-0 victory against West Ham United in their last game, but it was a good result for them, all 3 points. Coming to Villa Park here, I think they can come here and pick up all 3 points, but also do it in style. And I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory to Man United. It will not be a good start for Unai Emery's career at Aston Villa, but I think it will come. But just at the moment, it's a very tough game to come in for your first game in charge. Aston Villa, they lost 4-0 against Newcastle United in their last game. It's going to take us some time to sort the problems there. United to pick up a nice, comfortable victory here. We'll move on to the South Coast now, where we've got Southampton against Newcastle United. Newcastle United in that top 4, in that Champions League spot, and coming up against a Southampton side who aren't doing the greatest. Currently 17th place, just hanging in there. I don't know about this one. Clear favourites for this one are Newcastle United. I'm going to go for something different here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Southampton will be able to pick up something from here. It'll be a good point for them, and I think it'll be a good game, this one. Maybe a bit of a surprise result here, but I'm going for it, 1-1. We'll finish off now with the final 2 games. West Ham United against Crystal Palace. This one, I suppose, it's not a bad one, this. West Ham United 13th, Crystal Palace in 9th. Both sides didn't have the greatest of starts, but, you know, mixed performances so far by both sides, so it is going to be a very tricky game, this one. Yeah, I'll just edge the home side for a 1-0 victory here. They almost got an equaliser against Man United in the 1-0 defeat in their last game, as I did say. And yeah, at home in this one, I think they should be able to score. May even be more than one, but Crystal Palace as well. It's 2 50-50 teams coming up against each other here, and yeah, it's going to be a tight one to predict. So I'll just back the home side, 1-0 West Ham, and then we'll finish off with a big one: Tottenham against Liverpool. Liverpool lost to Leeds in their last game. Prior to that, lost to Nottingham Forest. Those are, you know, 2 teams that they definitely should be picking up all 3 points against. At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Tottenham, currently 3rd place. Few mixed performances, managed to scrape back from 2-0 down at Bournemouth to win it 3-2. They're going to have to be on the top of their game for this one, because Liverpool is still a very strong side. I'll back both sides to score, but I'm going to go for a Tottenham 2-1 victory in this one. Maybe a Harry Kane goal, and maybe even a Son goal here. He's not on the best of form, but we'll see what happens at this one. I'll back Liverpool to get one. They've still got the quality there, but until something changes for Liverpool, they're not going to look good. They're not going to look good. They're currently in 9th place. If results don't go their way in a way, because they don't want them to happen, but they could end up lower than 10th place after this week has finished, in the bottom half of the table, where they should have been, you know, being title contenders with Man City, at least in that top 4 Champions League spot. No idea what's happened to them, but we'll wait and find out. That'll finish off my predictions for Game Week 15. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and I will see you all in my next predictions video. Bye.